I, what do you want me to say?
You are Locked On Lions, your daily Detroit Lions podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hey, everybody. Matt Dery with you. It's Locked On Lions, the PostCast edition on the Locked On Podcast Network on this Sunday, October 30th, into Monday, Halloween, October 31st. Lions drop to 1-6 today as they lose to the Miami Dolphins 31-27 at Ford Field. Lions led the game 14-0 out of the gate. Looked good in the first quarter. Led 27-17 at the half. Did not score a single point in the second half. Too much Tua, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. Lions couldn't get a stop at the end. A mysterious 4th and 2 call where Jared Goff went for the deep ball to Josh Reynolds that was incomplete. Lions never got the football back. They've lost 5 in a row and now sit at 1-6 with the Packers coming in next week. This is our postcast edition. Again, Matt Dery with you. Thanks for making us your first listen. You know, I'm not going to yell and scream today. I actually got a COVID booster shot this morning, so I'm a little out of it and a little bit tired. We trudge through. We deliver content. I said before this week that if the Lions don't win one of the next 2 games, that I might not do this anymore, and that hasn't changed. I thought today this football team was going to win. I didn't think Miami was that good. Heck, the Dolphins had about 12 pre-snap penalties today. They were handing the Lions the game with all their penalties and mistakes. Lions wouldn't take it. Jared Goff had a very good first half, terrible second half. Offense did nothing. And I really feel for the fans because, again, they showed up today. They were loud. Place was jumping. Barry Sanders at halftime. They announced it's going to get a statue outside of Ford Field. But Rod Wood and the staff and everybody down at Ford Field and also at 222 RWD, they all can come up with all the great ideas. But eventually, if this losing continues, you guys are going to stop going. You're going to stop going because you're going to get tired of it. And I feel for you because this was a winnable football game again. Follow us on Twitter at Dery Speaks, Dery Speaks, at Locked On Lions on Twitter, the Matt Dery Facebook fan page, and also on YouTube. The Locked On Lions YouTube channel. We have over 2,000 subscribers now, pretty much brand new. And we appreciate you guys watching, commenting, and doing all of that. We'll hand out some game balls today. There were some good performances today for sure. We'll discuss everything that went on in this game on the postcast. We'll get you the PFF numbers tomorrow and do our usual this week as we get you ready for the Lions and the Packers. But today was gross again. 31-27. Yeah, Tua was really good, and the Dolphins aren't bad. I mean, they're 5-3 now. But this was a winnable game for the Lions. They should have won this football game. Cheers. It's water. I don't know what you guys, I don't know what else there is to say. Like, I'm trying to come up with new material today. 1-6, 4-19-1 now under Dan Campbell. It's unacceptable. I don't care if they're in a rebuild or, as Sheila Hamp said the other day, tear down. Well, this was a tear down. You led 14-0. You threw the first punch. You came out of the locker room aggressive. Good pace, good play calling, Goff rolling out, misdirection stuff, getting it to St. Brown, Jamal Williams pounding the Dolphins. And then once again, coming out of the locker room at halftime, one team makes adjustments, our coach doesn't. It's every effing week. The Lions' third quarters this year have been an atrocity. Why? I said I wasn't going to get riled up. Why is it that the other team adjusts? I don't care if it's Mike McCarthy or Kevin McCarthy. Can't believe I just mentioned that guy. Mike McDaniel or Xavier McDaniel. It doesn't matter. The other team comes out of the locker room and they connect. They hit body shots. They hit jabs. And the Lions are firing up air balls. Think about it. Dolphins get the ball to start the second half. Immediately hike right down the field. They get to the goal line, and Amanio Ruarie is lined up in the neutral zone on back-to-back plays. He sucks, by the way. What happened to that dude? God, is he bad. That secondary is so bad, except for Kirby Joseph, who's getting better every week, and Jeff Okudah. The rest of them that were out there today were terrible. I'm excusing Deshaun Elliott. He didn't play. He's a professional football player, but my goodness. Back-to-back plays lined up in the neutral zone. And then the Lions get the ball. Holding call, false start, legal motion. Now it's 3rd and 20. Let's dump it down to Swift and punt. Those are the first 2 possessions of the third quarter, and it changed the game. Eventually, the Dolphins took the lead. Then the Lions got the ball, fourth quarter. They're moving it, going right to left on your radio dial. Moving the ball, doing okay. Utilizing everybody again with some pace. 3rd down and 8. They throw it to Hawkinson. He's a little short. He makes a nice play to get it to 4th and 2. Lions have all of their timeouts left. They're a little bit disheveled, but they get the playoff. Here's Swift in the flat. Jamal Williams, who was playing pretty well, not on the field. And Jared Goff decides to go deep to Josh Reynolds, who dropped a touchdown earlier in the game and then dropped another one. No, he's a little turned around, but that's your 4th and 2 play? You got Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's always open, always. You got TJ Hawkinson, Mr. Big Money tight end. You got Jamal Williams, who can get you 2 yards. And Swift's out in the flat. And you throw it to Josh Reynolds in the end zone? Yeah. What? And then the defense comes out, and they can't get a stop. On the first play, McDaniel has Tyreek Hill going in motion, and he's being guarded by Julian Okwara. So, of course, they're going to take a shot downfield. They threw the ball. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle destroyed the Lions today. Tua Tagovailoa today. Hold on. 138.7 passer rating. 29 out of 36 for 382. 3 touchdowns. Sacked twice. Hill, 12 catches, 188 yards. Waddle, 8 catches, 106 yards. What's the one thing you have to do with those guys at the line of scrimmage? You jam them. You make life miserable for them. You knock them down. Do something. Do something defensively to get them off of just sprinting down the field every time. Clean break. That's coaching 101. I'm not a coach. Nope, didn't do it. Then Dan Campbell said after the game, well, we were going to do it. We just didn't do it. It was a mistake on our part. It's on me. It's on me. That guy's 4-19-1 as a head coach. But it's a teardown. A lot of this is coaching, folks. I know the roster's not good. I've been picking on Bradley Holmes for weeks about the the tainted roster. Bad roster, flawed roster. That's what I was looking for. But sometimes the coaches have got to help out. Now, Dan Campbell ran a cool fake punt today. That was cool. Well done. Well executed. But you have to score. And they went scoreless in the second half today. They led 27-17 at the half. All right, let's talk about SimpliSafe. If If you thought about securing your home with home security, but you've been putting it off, you want to listen up. Right now, Locked On Lions listeners can order the #1 rated SimpliSafe home security system for 50% off. That is their biggest offer of the year, and you won't want to miss it. Here's why I love it. Did you know that over the holidays, property crimes like burglaries and package thefts, they spike nationally? That's why our friends at SimpliSafe Home Security are offering 50% off their award-winning security system so that families like you can feel safe and secure this holiday season. Order your SimpliSafe system for half off today and enjoy advanced security and greater peace of mind this holiday season. All right, it's really good. They call you, they're all over it, 24/7 monitoring. It's great. In an emergency, 24/7 professional monitoring agents use Fast Protect technology exclusively from SimpliSafe to capture critical evidence and verify the threat is real, so you can get priority police response. Don't miss your chance to save big on the only security system I recommend. Get 50% off any new SimpliSafe system at simplisafe.com/URL today. That is their biggest discount of the year. So don't wait. At simplisafe.com/LockedOnNFL. Sorry. simplisafe.com/LockedOnNFL. There's no safe like SimpliSafe. Now, a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. All right. You getting stuck with issues. You're not sure who to talk to. Everybody's going through something right now. It's a tough time. All right. But what can be cool about it is if you check out our friends at BetterHelp. When you learn how to find your own solutions, there's no better feeling. That means, getting a therapist and talking it out with solutions and having issues and having them solved is awesome. All right. So if you're thinking of giving therapy a try BetterHelp. They're a great option. It's convenient, accessible, affordable, and entirely online. Get matched with a therapist after filling out a brief survey, and you can switch therapists anytime. All right? Anytime. So BetterHelp.com is where you want to go. That's BetterHelp, BetterHelp.com/LockedOn. Go there today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp.com/LockedOn. 31-27, PostCast here. Matt Dery with you. Dolphins win. Lions now fall to 1-6 and get the Green Bay Packers next week at Ford Field. Record-setting performance today from the Lions defense. Let me tell you about this. Our crack research staff tells us that for the first time in Lions history, in their first 7 games, the Lions have allowed 24 or more points to the opposition. And at home this season, it's been remarkably bad. 38, 26, 48, and 31. And we know they don't have a lot of horses, and we know that some young players are playing better. I thought Malcolm Rodriguez was pretty decent today. The D-line was meh. Okuda, we can see is getting better. Kirby Joseph forced a turnover today, so that was good. Back-to-back weeks, he's done that. But my goodness, this defense is broken. And it was a little bit better in the first half, but they just could not stop Hill and Waddle today. And oh, by the way, the Miami running game was pretty good today. Raheem Mostert averaged 4.6 yards a carry, 14 carries, 64 yards. Tua ran for 4 a carry. Edmonds got him 14 yards. I thought the Lions' offense in the first half was really good. Like, I liked what they were doing. And you could tell DeAndre Swift is not 100%. You could tell he's favoring the shoulder a bit. He only got 5 carries for 6 yards. But they went away from Jamal Williams in the second half. Jamal Williams had 10 carries for 53 yards, and they went away from it. And yes, Jared Goff was excellent in the first half. I tweeted it out at Dery Speaks. He's got a passer rating in the first half of 119.4. His numbers weren't horrible today. He threw for 320 and a touchdown. But in the second half, they didn't score a single point. And again, that 4th and 2 call was just awful. They ran this really cool rollout in the first half with the tight end James Mitchell, the rookie, and got 14 yards. Then they didn't go to it again. Why didn't you go to that at 4th and 2? Amon-Ra St. Brown was back today, targeted 10 times, caught 7 balls for 70 yards. Get him the football. Why are you going to Josh Reynolds on a deep ball? That's 4th and 2? That was just stupid. Game balls. I mean, I'm giving Amon-Ra St. Brown a game ball. I thought he was still pretty good today. 7 catches, 69 yards, including a 21-yarder. I thought he played pretty well, and it was great to see him back. Amon-Ra St. Brown is really good. They've got to find a way to get him the ball more. He played a very good game today. I thought Derek Barnes played well today. He's getting a game ball. Did you watch 55? He made 3 solo tackles, including a tackle for a loss. The Lions need linebacking help. All right, they're weak there. I know Rodrigo did pretty well, and he had a sack, and he had that fumble recovery on the Kirby Joseph hit. But I thought the best linebacker on the field today for the Lions was Derek Barnes. A.J. Parker being matched up against Tyreek Hill early in the game was abysmal. That was just poor coaching. Hill and Waddle today combined for 20 catches for, oh my God, 294 yards and 2 touchdowns. Wow. Tua's got some good weapons. But again, the Lions failing to jam them at the line of scrimmage and be physical with them was a major mistake today. Just a major mistake. And I understand the division's down. I know Minnesota's like 6-1 and running away with it. They just keep winning. They've got a first-year coach and a first-year GM. Packers are struggling at 3-4, have to go to Buffalo. Bears today embarrassed themselves in Dallas, although Justin Fields is playing better, but they're not good. And that's what's so frustrating is because the Lions sit at 1-6 with the worst record in football, and the division's down. You know? They just can't win. They just can't find a way to win a football game. Like I said, Dan Campbell at the end of the game, after the game today, again, we're close. We're there. We're one play away. I guess if Josh Reynolds comes up with that ball, but then the defense has to come back on the field. Who's to say they were going to hold Miami? It can't be this bad. How do you lose 5 in a row in this league? This league is wide open. So much mediocrity. There's so much parity. Just feel for the fans. I do. Hey, Michael Badgley kicked a couple of field goals today. That was good. All right, this has been your Locked On Lions postcast, pre-Halloween edition. Everybody stay safe out there. We're getting closer to not having to watch those political ads anymore, so that's going to be good. I know on my radio all week when I'm driving around, it's just going to be Michigan State assault talk. That's an old bit. But, hey, maybe next week with the Packers in town, there won't be a Let's Go Packers or Go Pack Go chant. That Let's Go Dolphins chant today was a little alarming. But again, when your football team keeps losing, that's what happens. You've got to find a way. And it's just not clicking right now. Not enough. I just don't understand how you can come out of that first half tunnel and look so good. And then the second half, it's gone. That's coaching. It is. They don't make adjustments. But Sheila Hamp said this week, she's on board with this regime. Dan Campbell has a 6-year contract. He's not going anywhere. But what's the breaking point for you, the fans? What if they end up 1-16? I mean, they would be in the, they could pick their quarterback, whether it's Hooker or Stroud or Bryce or whoever. But then you'd be playing a rookie quarterback next year. It's frustrating. All right, folks, that'll do it. Dolphins win 31-27. This has been the postcast. Thanks for making us your first listen, your first watch. We'll be back again tomorrow.